I've been seeing him. I can't help but grab him, guys. It's too juicy. Yo, this is Pro Football Tailgater. I'm Chris Rowe, and today's topic is players I can't stop drafting. So, without further ado, let's get into it. First player that I cannot stop drafting is Chase Brown. Why Chase Brown, you ask? What's so special about Chase Brown? Well, I think this year is Chase Brown's breakout year. He kind of had a breakout year last year, but with Joe Burrow hurt for like the first 6 weeks, he didn't really break out as much as he could have. This year's a little different. The Bengals are all practicing together. There's no contract talks. There's no injuries. Everybody is actually on time this year, which means the Bengals might be on time this year, guys. He was RB6 last year from week 6 onward. We're talking about a back who can handle 300 plus touches. He averages 18 fantasy points per game. I don't know about you guys, but I want 18 fantasy points per game on my team. That was a massive ceiling, guys. He flashed top 5 overall running back. I mean, you talk about value. If he's flashing top 5 overall running back, you think that you're going to get him in the first round, right? No, he's going in the second round right now. Chase Brown's usage in the pass game with Joe Burrow is strong. He's got a strong baseline of weekly receptions. He caught 69 passes last season. That's not bad for a running back. It makes him a premier asset in PPR formats. And he's got a feature role stability. He holds a firm grip on high snap and red zone percentages without heavy backfield competition threatening his touches. Sure, Samaje Perine might get a few in there. They might throw him in there and you're going to, chuck your drink at the screen. It's fine. The guy still has elite usage. He is definitely the workhorse back in this. Me personally, I think Chase Brown is the perfect RB1. He's got Christian McCaffrey type upside, and I understand that I'm comparing him to CMC. But what I'm saying is between the passing game usage and the run game usage, as long as Joe Burrow's healthy and there's a threat in the passing game, defenses are going to be they're going to be thrown off. And that gives Chase Brown lanes to run. So I expect him to make 15 to 18 points per game with boom upside every week next year. So that's why I can't stop drafting Chase Brown. Let me tell you who else I can't stop drafting. Luther Burden has got so much potential. He flashed elite per route metrics as a rookie, 2.83 yards per route run, proving he's dangerous after the catch. With DJ Moore's departure, it opens up a full-time starting role and substantial target value in Ben Johnson's high-paced offense. We're talking about he is the Amon-Ra St. Brown role. Okay, we're talking about short to intermediate passes. We know Caleb Williams holds on to the ball. Maybe this year Caleb takes a step. And from everything that we're seeing in camp, he has kind of taken a step where he's not holding the ball a lot. And Luther Burden has been a beneficiary to those passes. Vegas thinks that he's going to be the top pass catcher in this offense. Not Rome Odunze, not Colston Loveland, although they're all kind of close. But if Vegas thinks he's going to lead the pack, why wouldn't you think that? Why wouldn't you pick this guy up in the 4th round of your drafts? He's got 4.41 speed out of the combine. In 2025, he did 652 receiving yards, and 342 of those yards were after the catch. Meaning the guy makes plays. He's once he gets the ball in his hand, he's dangerous. That's the kind of player I want on my team personally. Currently, he's going in the fourth round of drafts, which might have been high at the time, but with the recent injury news, he may be going down to the 5th, 6th, dare I say 7th round. If you can get him in those rounds, and he's going to come back. He's going to come back because the doctors say it's only expected to be a 4-week injury, and there is expected to be a low percentage of re-injury, as it was a very specific contact injury. It wasn't a non-contact. It was a contact. So when the guy landed on him, you can go watch the video. When he landed on him, he pulled on his leg, which kind of stretched his groin out. That's okay. It's a low percentage. He's a young player. He'll come back. He'll be okay to play. This is something that a lot of guys can come back from with a lot of confidence. I expect Burden to get 15 to 18 points per game, which I know is a lot for a wide receiver. But I'm telling you, I think that this guy is the guy in the Bears offense this year. So that's those reasons why I can't stop drafting Luther Burden. Okay. This next player, Bhayshul Tutun, I can't stop drafting him. Why can't you stop drafting him, Chris? Why? First off, his only competition is Chris Rodriguez. And I know everybody's making a big hubbub about Chris Rodriguez and the reuniting of his coach. And Liam Cohen's just going to use him so much. Honestly, when you watched Washington last year, were you shocked by what Chris Rodriguez was doing? Was he blowing off the screen? I mean, he was getting a couple of more yards than Bill, but that's okay. Chris Rodriguez is a backup. He's not flashy. Yes, he knows Liam Cohen's system. I think Liam Cohen's like, I need somebody that I know knows my system just in case Bhayshul Tutun gets injured like he did last year. But he's not really his competition, guys. Bhayshul Tutun has flashed high-end tackle-breaking metrics and efficiency on limited touches during his rookie year. Liam Cohen trusts him in the red zone and as a pass catcher. The same Liam Cohen that made Bucky Irvin a thing a few years ago. Inside the 10-yard line, he's looking tighter at the goal line. Tutun had 7 carries inside the 10-yard line and converted them into 4 touchdowns. Per carry, this conversion rate outperformed the vast majority at starting running backs in the NFL. His total TD touchdown efficiency between his rushing and his receiving work, he scored 7 total touchdowns on just 93 touches. This establishes him as one of the premier nose for the end zone situational players in football. The guy knows how to sniff it out, guys. He's an athletic freak. His vertical jump was 40.5 inches, and his 40 was 4.32. For a 200-plus pound running back, that's explosive. What does the jump mean? It means he has explosive rate. He's able to just shotgun right out of the hole. Guy is a freak of nature. You guys are going to regret not getting Bhayshul Tutun and not expecting him to take the workhorse role in that backfield. Liam Cohen is going to make Bhayshul Tutun a thing. Just like Bucky Irvin was a thing and had his breakout, Bhayshul Tutun is going to be a thing and have his breakout. And if you don't draft him, you're going to miss out. I expect Tutun to get anywhere from 12 to 16 points this year as a running back, 2 or 3, getting him in the 6th round of drafts. My friend, that is great ROI. Cha-ching! Anyways, that's why I can't stop drafting Bhayshul Tutun. Every time I see him, I got to grab him. I reach for him a little bit sometimes too. Bhayshul Tutun's a great pick, especially in the 6th round. This next player, I cannot stop drafting. It's Jordan Tyson. First off, he's got a favorable landing spot. He lands in an up-tempo, pass-heavy offensive ecosystem in New Orleans that can support multiple pass catchers in Kellen Moore's system. It's similar to Dallas and Cincinnati with the multiple wide receivers. The defenses get confused. They don't know what to do. They don't know who to cover. They don't know if they should be on the front end. It's a great system, and they're going to be dangerous next year. I think Tyler Shough takes a step next year, and he can't take that step without Jordan Tyson. And they've been protecting him, guys. They've been really protecting him. They don't want him with another leg injury. I know this is my arm, but either way, they don't want him with a leg injury. They've been protecting him. They've been holding him out. They want him to be healthy. Why? Because it doesn't work with just Chris Olave. And in fact, I think that Jordan Tyson might be a better player than Chris Olave, just pure talent-wise. Chris Olave is great. He's a third-round talent, and he's been able to maintain his versatility, his route running, his grasp on the number one wide receiver in New Orleans. I love Chris Olave. I've had him a couple of years, multiple teams. The guy is a workhorse. Jordan Tyson just has natural abilities. His route versatility, he's a fluid athlete who wins at all three levels of the field. He excels in contested catch situations and moves around the formation to avoid press coverage. He has an immediate role. He's projected as the clear second target in the passing game behind Chris Olave, although I think he might contest him. It means that he has a high floor, guys, every week. If they're contesting, it's a lot like what we got in Dallas. Both of those guys are number ones. Both are number ones. Both may be number ones in this offense. And Kellen Moore comes from Dallas. He knows what's going on over there. Dallas kind of kept that scheme. You know, Brian Schottenheimer was like, hey, I'm a pretty good OC, and I think this scheme works out. It's going to be similar. It's going to be real similar. Anyways, he's got a discounted ABDP, and you should be able to get him in the 6th to 8th rounds as a high upside flex option or even a bench stash, meaning he's like your wide receiver 3, 4. If you get 2 elite wide receivers, or let's say you get a bunch of running backs and you only have one really good wide receiver, if he's your wide receiver 2, it's going to be worth it. He's going to get the volume. He's just that good. He really is. But you're picking him up in the later rounds. It's reducing your initial risk. You're getting him for free, guys. Just pick him up. I expect Jordan Tyson to make 13 to 15 points a game as a wide receiver 2 to 3, and that's excellent ROI for his draft position. Mwah. Chef's kiss. Now, this next player, everybody's expecting him to break out. It's Ladd McConkey. Ladd McConkey is awesome. I picked him up somewhere in one of my really good leagues. I traded for him in his rookie year, and he got me to the promised land. I'll tell you what. Ladd McConkey blew up on the second half of his season. This year he gets an offensive upgrade, moving him into a creative scheme coordinated by Mike McDaniel provides a massive boost compared to prior run-heavy approaches last year. It means that with that offensive line being good and them switching schemes and approaches, it means Herbert's going to get McConkey the ball, especially with Keenan Allen gone. He's going to be a target vacuum. Keenan Allen left, leaving a huge share of vacated targets, and that's going to open up for McConkey to reclaim a dominant target share role. Everybody's talking about Quentin Johnson. Have you seen anything that really makes Quentin Johnson like, oh my God, he's way better than McConkey? Don't get me wrong. Quentin Johnson is highly talented. He just has proven himself to have potatoes for hands for a long time. And his target share was consistent last year. He was a pretty decent. But Ladd McConkey is where it's at. I'm telling you that Ladd McConkey is going to get the lion's share of targets. He's going to get 8 to 9 targets a game. And he's going to turn that into 100 yards and a touchdown. That's just what it is. The guy has elite separation metrics. He boasts exceptional win rates and separation metrics against man coverage, thriving out of the slot. Ladd McConkey had a stellar rookie fantasy season in 2024 with the Los Angeles Chargers. He was hauling in 82 receptions for 1,149 yards and 7 touchdowns. If he keeps up that pace, which I expect him to return to those numbers as a floor, he's good for 15 to 20 fantasy points per game. I understand that may be bold, but I'm really big on the scheme change, the line being there, Herbert having the talent to be able to push the ball down the field and make those reads. He has elite separation. They have a running game now. The respect that the defenses are going to have on the Los Angeles Chargers is going to provide massive target share and openings for Ladd McConkey to thrive. So those are the reasons why I'm picking up Ladd McConkey whenever I see him. This next guy, Tucker Kraft. Tucker Kraft is electric for a tight end. He's got big playability. He ranked near the top of the league for tight end efficiency, using his strength after the catch to secure high value plays for fantasy managers. The dude is a red zone monster. Jordan Love loves to target him near the goal line. He had 7 receiving touchdowns last year. His efficiency, elite yards after the catch, averaging around 8.8 to 9.1 yards after the catch. Do you guys understand how monstrous that is? It means he's catching the ball and running another 10 yards. He's not catching it and falling. He's not getting tackled right away. He's catching it and gaining more yards. Kraft was having a dominant year, a dominant breakout season in 2025. He ranked as the overall tight end 2 through 8 games with 32 catches, 489 yards, and 6 touchdowns before he tore his ACL in week 9. It prematurely ended his campaign. I understand that he's injured. He'll be back, guys. He's only 25 years old. I expect him to recover well at the age of 25 with a new passing offensive scheme. Mike LaFleur said it himself. We're going all in on the pass this year. I don't know if he's got something going on with Josh Jacobs. Maybe he wants to lay off of Josh Jacobs a little bit more because Josh Jacobs got a little injured. And who knows with his legal situation, it may or may not come into play. Either way, Josh Jacobs will probably get fed goal line work, but they're refocusing everything towards pass. Why? Because Jordan Love costs a ton of money, and they need to get him to live up to that cost. So they're going to feature him more. They're going to feature him as his top target with 15 points a game. And he's going, guys, in the 6th and 7th rounds of drafts. You're talking about a tight end that could be tight end 1, worse tight end 2, and he's going in 6th or 7th round of drafts. I'm personally kind of waiting just a little bit on tight ends, and I'm picking up Tucker Kraft. He's going before Harold Fannin, but he's going behind Tyler Warren. So wherever you find Tucker Kraft is landing, pick him up. He's going to be a great value because he's going to end up tight end 1 or tight end 2. Guaranteed. That's why I can't stop drafting him. This player has never quite gotten there yet, but the guy's uber talented. His name is Garrett Wilson. He's a proven talent, guys. He produced multiple 1,000-yard receiving seasons despite of unstable quarterback environments. I mean, you're talking about your Mike Whites. You're talking about Sam Darnold before he was good. You're talking about Aaron Rodgers was his best year. But Zach Wilson, dude, he's been thriving still with poor quarterback play. This is going to be his best year. His pace, he was averaging roughly 16.2 PPR points per game last year. That's wide receiver 10 in his first 6 weeks in 2025. Garrett Wilson is ultra talented. First round talented. Always finishes with 1,000 yards despite crappy quarterbacks. Geno Smith is the most competent quarterback with Frank Reich as his OC this year. That's Super Bowl winning with Nick Foles on the Eagles, Frank Reich. That's 2018 Colts coach and Andrew Luck's comeback player of the year final campaign, Frank Reich. He fixed Luck to have his most efficient season that year, right before he retired. Frank Reich can fix whatever's going on with Geno Smith. He's going to have a competent offense. They're going to have a run game. Adonai Mitchell is coming up as a great second receiver, meaning that's not all on Wilson's shoulders. There's going to be sustained production for both wide receivers, as Geno has proven that he's able to do. He's proven it in Seattle. Throw it out last year. Just throw it out. Throw it right out. Why? Because the Raiders were, how do you call that? So bad. It was like never happened to a team bad, like historically bad last year. That's okay. Geno Smith is competent enough, and Frank Reich is going to make him competent enough. He made Carson Wentz a thing. He made Nick Foles a thing. I think this is the best situation that Wilson has been in his career. And that's going to yield 14 to 17 points a game. And that's why when I see Garrett Wilson in the 4th or the 5th, I can't stop picking him up. He's there. You scoop him up. He's a wide receiver 1. And you're going to put him as your wide receiver 2. And then if you grab Jordan Tyson later, like I just said, I mean, those are great. You are getting wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2 production in later rounds. Garrett Wilson is where it's at. Draft him. This next player, my last player, Jonathan Brooks. I've been seeing him. I can't help but grab him, guys. It's too juicy. All your league mates are leaving him for dead. And just because they don't know what he's got. He's got a tantalizing ceiling. He's got high-end athletic traits and passing game utility. It gives him a true bell-cowed upside if he seizes the primary role. He's flying all over camp. He's got positive camp reports from Dave Canales and the rest of the Carolina staff. They praise his explosiveness and speed coming out of the offseason, signaling optimism about his health and role. He's going to end up being the feature back, guys. Let's just say this. Okay, in 2023, he was a junior in college, and he had a breakout season. He played 10 games. He had 187 carries, and he went for 1,039 rushing yards in 10 games. He got 10 touchdowns and 25 reception with 286 receiving yards. The guy's 6 foot tall, 208 pounds. He's a prototypical running back. He's huge. He's got high-level tackle breaking abilities. He ranked near the top of his draft class in yards after contact per attempt. He averaged 4.1 yards after contact per attempt, meaning people were hitting him and he still went another 4 yards. That was over his whole collegiate career at Texas. The guy's kind of freakish. He's good. I know he tore his ACL twice. You know what? The first ACL, they didn't do it right. The second ACL, I'm hoping they folded it over like they're supposed to. And that thing's strong as hell. He can probably get through a whole season this year. The Panthers want him to get through a whole season this year. They want him to take over as the lead back. And they've shown proclivity to favor a more explosive backfield. A more explosive back over Chuba Hubbard. I expect him to produce 11 to 14 fantasy points per game as a floor this year. And he's going in the 8th to 10th rounds in drafts. I don't know about you guys. That's a deal. You know, it's like finding a Porsche for sale for a couple $1,000s. And you're like, what happened to it? Well, the rims are bad. Okay. Change the rims. That's it. The guy is lightning quick. He's big. He produces. Pick him up. I can't stop picking him up. So, all right, guys. Well, that's going to do it. That's going to be my players that I can't stop drafting this year. If you see any of these players, pick them up. You won't regret it. I swear. You won't regret it. Speaking of not regretting, so I have an app that I created, and I couldn't get it onto the App Store, but I'm still trying to give it away for free. The app is it's Pro Football Fantasy Assistant, and for now, I've integrated a draft board on there that will help you with your guys' drafts. Now, I'm going to get a video coming out here that's going to explain that coming out. And I'm actually going to put a QR code, and you're going to see that. You should be able to see it right here. Nope, right here, maybe. If you see that, go ahead and scan it. It'll take you to where I'm keeping the app, and you guys can just download it for free. You'll just have to put to download from unknown sources that you're okay with that. If you trust me, the app is great. It's going to make your drafts go by a lot easier. I pre-put my rankings in there, and it has the consensus rankings in there. You can actually go through on your lunch hour or whatever you plan on doing. You know, maybe you're spending time on the porcelain throne. You can go through and pick the players that you're really interested in, set those aside, put those targets there. You can readjust the draft rankings to fit more what you want. And then as the draft goes, you can mark off the players that get drafted so that you know exactly who's getting drafted without going up. Especially in the live drafts, you're going to go up and be like, who should I draft? I don't know who to draft. This way, it's all right there. Those 30 seconds or 60 seconds that you have to go pick up your player, it's going to be easy. You're going to walk up, look for the player's name because you have your phone right there. You didn't show up with a notebook. You didn't show up with a whole binder or you know, just trying to memorize and wing it. You got it right there. It's going to be easy. Pick up the Pro Football Tailgater Fantasy Assistant. I got the QR code right here. Go ahead and pick that up. Use it. It's completely for free. Now, the app is going to transform into a whole year's worth of information. It's going to have my weekly rankings. It's going to have my, waiver wire. And it's going to have any kind of trade or articles that I have out or new videos I have out, it's going to transform into that, and it's going to help you guys later on. So once you pick it up and use it for your drafts, keep the notifications on. Trust me, I'm not going to bug you all the time. Only when I have something new and relevant that you even want to read, I'll throw it on there, or watch. I'll throw it on there. You guys will like it. Pick it up. And while you're at it, check out the videos I have in a playlist for all the other players that I went through this year. I got running backs, wide receivers, tight ends. I did a couple mock drafts. I'm going to continue doing some mock drafts all the way up until Labor Day. After Labor Day, that's when the season starts. So I'm going to continue doing these videos. Go ahead and like, subscribe, smash the buttons, whatever. You guys have YouTube before. I'm no different. If you like what I'm doing, I'd really appreciate the follow. And, well, I'll see you in the next video.